Let me ask you something. If I took away the word mom, how would you describe yourself? Would you say you're creative, funny, a good friend, ambitious, adventurous, or would you just sit there staring at me because it feels like everything outside of mom has gone blurry? Here's the truth. You are not just mom. You are a whole human being with dreams, quirks, talents, and passions that existed long before motherhood. And reclaiming those parts of yourself isn't selfish. It's survival. If you're here for perfection, you're in the wrong place. I'm Melanie O'Reilly Rogers, aka Not Defined by Motherhood, and I'm here to show you that you don't have to lose yourself to be a good mom. Over here, we talk about the hard, messy, and sometimes unpopular parts of motherhood. I'm going to help you feel validated, hopeful, and less alone in this wild journey. So go grab your favorite current dopamine hit and let's get digging. You might be asking yourself, why do moms lose their identity? Motherhood does not come with a manual, but it does come with invisible expectations. Be available 24/7. Put your kids first always. If you need a break, you're selfish. So we start shrinking. We stop pursuing hobbies because they don't count or they're not important. We stop saying yes to social invitations because it's just too hard. We stop dreaming because we're too tired. And little by little, mom becomes our whole entire name tag. I once had someone ask me, so what do you do? It was at a wedding or something. And my brain froze. All I could think was, I'm a mom. But that wasn't the whole answer. It wasn't even the most interesting answer. It was just the easiest one. And that moment made me realize how much of myself I had let disappear. Here's the thing. Reclaiming your identity isn't about rejecting motherhood. It's about remembering that motherhood is just one title in your story. When you invest in your identity, you model for your kids what it looks like to be a whole human. When you nurture yourself, you show up with more patience and joy. When you stop living by shoulds, you make space for your actual values. Your kids don't need a mom who's erased herself. They need a mom who shows them that life is rich, layered, and full of possibility. So, how do we start reclaiming ourselves? Step 1, revisit old joys. What did you love before kids? Music, painting, running, reading trashy novels? Pick one and bring it back in tiny doses. Second, try something new. Identity isn't just about the past. It's also about growth. Take a class, try a hobby, read a trashy book, explore something that feels exciting. Third, use your core values as a compass. Ask yourself, what matters most to me as a human, not just a mom? Connection, creativity, adventure, stability, whatever it is, let that guide your choices. If you need a little help finding your core values, you can find my episode about it on YouTube and on the podcast. And fourth, we're going to ditch the guilt. I know this is so much easier said than done, but I'm giving you your permission slip. Enjoying yourself doesn't take anything away from your kids. It actually gives back to them. A mom I worked with once told me, I don't even know what I like anymore. We started small, 10 minutes of journaling, one coffee date with a friend. Within weeks, she noticed she was smiling more, snapping less, and actually feeling like she had something to talk about besides her kids. And this felt good. And that mom that I worked with was me. Reclaiming my identity didn't mean abandoning motherhood. It meant adding myself back into the picture with my kids. Your quick wins for the week? I want you to write down 3 words that describe you outside of motherhood. Pick one old hobby you can reintroduce even for 5 minutes a week. And finally, schedule one thing just for you. Coffee with a friend, a walk alone, listen to a podcast you love. If this resonated with you, here's your homework. Write down those 3 words that describe you outside of motherhood and take one small step to live into them this week. And don't be shy. I want to hear your story about reclaiming your identity. Reach out and let's schedule a recording because your story can help another mom feel less alone. You can also grab my free guide, What's Really Draining You? Spoiler, it's not just the kids. The link is in the show notes. And don't forget to subscribe or follow, leave a review, or share this with a mom who says, I don't even know who I am anymore, because you are not defined by motherhood.